An hour ago. What the hell? Okay. You guys should be able to do your bans now if you haven't been able to already. Okay, we see the bans. Burza Syndicate got banned, and Lucas's NR. We're gonna see Stockpile and Stovless Patchella Fury versus. I don't remember what Lucas's list is. Syndicate. So it's a Vice Acherontia deck with Piggy and double Payday. Good luck. Have fun. Dip's pretty common in Vice decks because it's coins and damage. So if you get it from like if you just want to kill something and don't care about getting bounty off of it, it's basically 6 damage for 4, right? If you have like a brawler or freak show on the board, junior.
Mead, more mead.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The finals of Weekly Mosh Tournament number... number 37.
Walk away from this.
So many we've lost track. Okay, so we're going to get Perko into Sesame right off the bat.
This is a knife.
And Highland Warlord on the board.
Stench of beer. I knows it well.
This is game 1 of a best of 3, the finals of Weekly number 37. We see a Brawler come down and spend down to 4. This is so the Shady Vendor can then be played next. Stratagem gets clicked, card gets drawn, and a 4 provision Bronze Warrior gets discarded. And then War of Clans removes the Brawler and plays the Invaders. That was a 10-point War of Clans. Right up. Very good start for Burza. Already has both Warlords on the board without having to use Blood Eagle. Of course, it's not so bad for Lucas either. Lucas is now playing Shady Vendor into Sesame. That'll be Sesame number 2. They're at 6 and 5. Lucas does have 2 Plunders in hand, so he could just play those at any time. And yeah, literal 37 tournaments. Well, with the help of my mods, Sam and Mastigos, primarily. 1 tournament every week. And we've skipped some weeks where there was like qualifiers or Gwent Masters or something. So we've been doing them for about a year now.
Bloody Gwent.
If you'd like to help support the channel, which we could use since PayPal screwed us yesterday. Use that link. Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. If you line up people in advance, I'll happily break my meme decks. I just need opponents. I have memes for days. Alright, so we see Novigrad get played. 5 cards in hand for Lucas. Judging the way that Burza has been playing, felt to me like they wanted to bleed. But when you see Novigrad, you kind of don't want to play into it too much. And you also know that there's not going to be a Novigrad on the board round 3. Yeah, there's an observer bug that's not showing. So it's also not showing for me in game because this deck doesn't have so. Hey, Drunk Bon Jovi. Sorry, Sam. You could use the Discord if you want, like, just set up a tournament and make a channel for meme fights, and once you have like 8 people who have expressed interest and pick the time that they can be available, make a tournament and have them all whatever, and then I'll just broadcast it. Donating is too complicated. Can I just sub? Sure. Subbing helps. Subscribing is like donating $2. Well, if you're in the US. If you're somewhere else, then I don't know how much a sub is for you. But I get half of it. But in a month and 10 days, hopefully we get 60% of it. Yay! If we make Partner Plus again next month. You can also cheer with bits. That's also pretty easy. Interesting. Lucas just dry passes. And Burza uses the leader chart so he can play Blood Eagle into, I guess, a 7? An invader?
What is it?
I'm not sure. I guess that... Because that doesn't make it more likely for you to draw stuff. I suppose it puts Vabiorn in the graveyard. But you can also just Fukusia a Warlord after playing Tier. There's no rule that says you have to Fukusia Vabiorn. So this is going to be the crucial round, and Lucas was looking for Candle, but doesn't find it. Instead, finds a King of Bricks. I understand that Care Troll was missing, but Blood Eagle is an Echo card, so if you thin with Blood Eagles, you're thinning one, but you're removing one of your draws, so it net does nothing. It's something you do if you want to put Vabiorn in the graveyard, or like one of these in the graveyard, which makes sense. No, everything that's said in chat is a direct counter argument to the last thing I said, and I will treat it as such, because I am toxic streamer. Let's go. Alright, so we open with Tier, and this list doesn't play Junior for some reason. No, it does. It just doesn't draw it. Cool. And, yeah. So this is gonna live because Furco was already played round 1 to play a Sesame. And Junior's chilling in deck along with Cleaver.
Modern Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
So now another Warlord comes down for 12. The second payday. So if instead of these paydays he had a bloody good fun, this wouldn't have been as much of an issue. You just lead her a few times and smack it. Of course, Novigrad being on the board would have also helped. So Lucas is kind of paying the price of his, in a way, he's paying the price of committing Novigrad in round 1, in my opinion. Tyr gets taken down, but Tyr ends up playing for 9 plus 12. Is that good? 21 for 14. It does also, like... 21. Okay, it was 21 and a card. Because it took Lucas 2 turns to kill it. That was pretty good. There's only one way to find out, Gossiper. Okay. We see a Warm Clans. Because this pig is immune, so... And King of Beggars gets discarded for the trash that he is. Lucas is just trying to deny targets for Burza, but Burza can just play King Brand. I guess it's Fukusia now.
Sacrifices must be made. Look closely, kiddos, on thy courageous.
So they put 6 turns of rain here, which means if Lucas doesn't play a crime, this will die. But I mean, he will, obviously. I guess it's just a proactive play. He didn't want to play Bran. But like, getting full 6 turns of rain is good, but getting 6 turns of rain on a row that has 1 card on it isn't as good. Is that a gun in your pocket or is it your PP growing?
Tigress Zoe, is that a gun in your pocket or is it your PP growing? Lol.
And now we have Hypecaster mode and Toxiccaster redeem at the same time. We have Eventide Plunder into this fucking unit, or this stupid-ass unit, or this abomination of a card, because somehow CDPR decided that this was going to be the same cost as those other 2. Wow, and he goes for the shittiest one. Good job, Lucas. Wow. You think this is going to live? Thanks for giving me a target, says Burzantija. Immediately smacks it with a... I don't know, a 4 provision card that does 8 damage for some reason. I guess because he has warlords that he has played. You know. And then we got, what do we got over here? We got still 1 piggy in the rain, wet pig. That's what this should be. This deck is called Wet Pig. No blanket, no junior, no candle, no cleaver. Learn to play, nerd. I'm 28, my people. See a doctor kind of later, please. So it's not played in PvP anymore, or is it just this deck? It's just this deck. I mean, you could literally just like look at my meta report, but I guess you got to ask those questions. Yeah, we're gonna do the rest of this game as Toxic Streamer. I mean, it will. I'm not gonna read that on stream. That's way too toxic even for me. Leader gets jammed. Because Burza is just fighting the urge to hit stuff, and there's nothing to hit. Ends up eventually hitting the Oxenford Guard, which is still alive because Madman Lugos is a bitch. He only hits for 4 points here, and Rain for another, and this is still alive, and he can boost the Immune Piggy. I'm not sure why we haven't seen Azar Javit come down yet, but it needs to come down now. And it really needs to go on the melee row. This isn't difficult. This isn't complicated. Why are you spending time? Just jam. Just jam. Okay, but this should have been on the other side of the pig so that this could boost the Scarabs. But maybe he on purpose doesn't want to boost the Scarabs since one of them's going to die. I suppose that's sound logic. On this side, of course, Burza doesn't have to think about coins or whatever because Warriors smack. There's no coins involved. He's got 77 points to 18. But this game is not over yet. We should... I don't know why he played Jacques first.
Save humankind from what my visions put.
What? I mean... It may not end up mattering because this is 12, but... And champion charge play for 1 point. But you want to play... Like, there's 2 scarabs on the board. What are you scared of? Hair Troll is also, like, not on the board, so you know it's not the last card. If you had played Acherontia first, he would have already gotten a card instead of having to spend 2 more times. 4 more coins or whatever. And now all the sesames are gone. Top card is Candle, which is good. Will it be enough to trigger Acherontia again? He absolutely needs to. What are you doing? I guess that's the most efficient way to spend. And this is going to play for 4 points. And then we have 1 more point here. And that will not be enough. Even though this has Intimidate too. Oh, wait. Oh my god, that's a tie! It's a holy crap! Because he got 1 coin from it being a crime, and Piggy went up by 2, and then he leadered to get the 2nd coin, and that played it for 4 points. And math is hard. And wow! What an ending to game 1. It's a draw. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to go to game 2. If the rain didn't hit the armor? I mean, there was a lot of ways for you to win that game. Opponent also trolled a little bit, but don't worry about it for now. Focus on your game. That was incredible stuff. I was genuinely hyped by the end. Yeah, I like King of Beggars being the last mulligan. It was a true classic. I'm gonna pause the recording. See you in game 2. Sam, look at me. I'm editing it for you. I'm taking out like the in-between part. Good luck drawing your warlords again. Round 1, nerd. You chose another deck? Okay. I guess I'm resetting the bracket. Which will have the same effect. But do the same bands, please, and queue with the same deck you already just played. Yeah, drawn games are replayed. It has to be the same. Alright. Go redo the bands. Don't worry about it. Just redo your ban and... Yep, the bans are done. Invites will go out shortly. There's the invite. Let's go. I don't know what does this card do when it's popping off, bro. Yes. I mean, I guess I could have made it more clear. But I did say it's not over because like you can make 60
Shark
points
on
easily.
water's still got its teeth.
And welcome back. We are now at game number 2, but it's actually a replay of game 1 of this in this series because we had one draw. Literally tied at like 76. Incredible ending. And now the rule is you replay. Okay, apparently I picked the wrong coins. That is my fault. But you guys can see the coin, so you could have said something. You probably didn't notice it until you were in the game. Okay, redo bands, and then who goes first? It was Burza, right? Yeah. Okay, I manually set up the coins now. Okay, let's go again, please. Game 1, take 3. Sir. Fairly balanced is awesome. I agree. Okay, here we go. Will this be the time that this happens? The thing that we want to have happen.
Sit at my table and let's drink.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third attempt at game number 1. So first there was a tie and then I messed up the coins, and now we are here for the replay of the matchup between Patisado Fury Warriors without Sove and Line Pockets Vice with Cleaver. And no Ixora. Or Madame. Cleaver and Piggy. Hi YouTube, please ignore me bullying chat. Please don't bully chat. This is the finals of Mosh Weekly number 37. We have one every Sunday. If you would like to play, just join. Come type !Tourney in my channel, or just go to tournaments.playgwent.com and look for the Sunday tournament that I do every week with the help of my wonderful mods, Mastigos and Sam and Tigress, who often help me set these up. And other mods that I'm not going to name because they're not as important. Ha! Most toxic streamer confirmed. Okay, so wait, did they discard a savagery? So Sesame opener into Piggy. always feels awkward to me because I wish that my piggy was on the board for Sesame, but here we go. Well, until you typed it in here, nobody knew about it, Mazagos, because ain't nobody watching your stream. Toxic streamer strikes again. Now everybody knows, though. It's like posting on your blog versus posting on X, formerly known as Twitter. So Eventide Plunder into Brawler and then spend down to 0. Not sure why. I guess he figures it's gonna die. Might as well spend all the coins now that he can. We're gonna see another Eventide though. Is my guess, I guess. Nope, instead we see Payday. Wholesome, 3 points, 2 coins, and 2 points, so 7-point Payday, not too bad, not too bad. I'm guessing he was making fun of their balance council choices. Don't read into it too much. So Burza takes the pass, because he's, you know, playing Warriors and he was blue coin. Heck W. And then we see a Bloody Good Fun get played. But this time Junior is in hand, which is going to make a pretty big difference. Both Junior and Cleaver and Candle and Ekro, much better draws, I'd say, for Lucas this time. Meanwhile, Burza has only had one Highland Warlord. They'll be able to play the other one from Blood Eagle, but that's like... I mean, you don't want to do that when you don't have tier in hand. This is very rough. Gerd gets mulliganed, interestingly enough. Draws Bran, also gets mulliganed. Oh my god. So Lucas plays another Sesame, which is also interesting. But I think Lucas is going to want to pass here. I don't know, actually. Without Piggy, we'll also have to see if Burza draws Care... Oh, Care Troll is in hand. I'm blind. So here we see Care Troll get a boat, which means GG Cleaver. No Cleaver possible in this round. Get wrecked. You know, mob boss of an entire gang of Syndicate gets countered by a wooden, you know, thing with a stick and a piece of paper in it. Because in my head, these boats are tiny. Because they're the size of like this one warrior is bigger than this entire boat. So they're like Hot Wheels boats to me. Like hot oars? Is that what it would be? Like tiny matchbox boats. Let's go. Being toxic towards cards as well. Not just players or chatters or mods. Everybody can get it. Rockmore Warrior is played on an empty board, just to put it in the graveyard. Yeah, Lucas just played the Sesame and passed. Both players opting for a... Well, the Syndicate player, I guess, is the one who made that decision, but both players, I think, are okay with the long round 3. I mean, Candle can do a lot here this time. Candle is in hand. Junior is in hand. Azar is in hand. Novigrad's in the deck, along with King of Beggars. Let's see. Looks like Lucas learned his lesson from Game 1. Or the first time Game 1 was played, and decided not to break King of Beggars this time. By drawing it with his last mulligan. This time his last mulligan drew something else. So we can see the players evolving, growing before our very eyes. Meanwhile, we see an 8 power Twirsach Invader come on the board. And that is, by the way, the correct ethnic pronunciation. Those of you from the land of Twirsach would confirm. I am, in fact, a lorologist. Candle is sitting there taunting the Devotion Warrior player with its artifacty face saying, nah, 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 you can't hit me because you're Devotion. Neener, neener, neener. In fact, is there any non-Devotion card that can interact with artifacts? Nope. I am the Pepeologist? Master Ghost is typing some nonsense in chat. I can't possibly read
She
that.
brooks no insult.
Yeah. Gossifer is from Tursach and is confirming that my pronunciation is indeed authentic. Thank you to my accent coach, which was referred to me by Derp. Here we go. Shady Vendor on the range row saying you can hit something, but it's not going to be an important card. One use of candle for what reason? I don't know, but it's there. I guess so. If he has to play Eventide, he won't overprofit. Not a single normal chatter in sight. Define normal, you toxic mod. Ervillo is a normal chatter, so is Gossifer. They're not mods or anything, or VIPs. Maybe chat hasn't loaded for Van yet. He does indeed hail from Lag Country. So Feral Bond into Greatsword. That's kind of a high roll because now it's, 10 points. I don't see it getting killed anytime soon. You're not gonna junior that. Burza is looking to Killing Blow something with Blood Eagle
Officer's word.
to play tier. Now, currently Blood Eagle is doing 4 damage. So he could like Care Troll this. I mean, he's not gonna. That would be silly. But War of Clans might be the play here. Yeah. But playing War of Clans before tier is also, oh, Fukusia into boat. Whoa, this boat has to get answered now because it's, yeah. Wait. There is 1 Payday and 1 Bloody Good Fun, but they're both in deck. I'm wondering, do you just jam Acherontia here? Well, no. I think you just play Oxenford Guard here. Yeah, and boost things for now. I guess he's confident both of them won't get killed. We should see a War of Clans here, though. No, I don't. You don't junior it. You have to junior. You have to keep junior for tier. There's like not junioring tier is unless you've seen both War of Clans get played. Because like this isn't my Spawny McSpawn deck, right? So Cleaver is not as important. It's just another spender, like Jacques. And Acherontia could draw any of these damage cards and get rid of this. So there's no rush for Lucas. Burza, on the other hand, has to decide how to set up a Killing Blow. Looks like they're gonna play the War of Clans. It kind of sucks having to play War of Clans to set up a Blood Eagle for your tier, because like you kind of want to play tier before War of Clans, but I mean now both War of Clans have been played along with Fukusia, so Lucas might just play Junior now. There's no reason to kill the well, wait, there's also a Freya's Blessing in this deck. Is there? No, the Freya's Blessing was already played, so interesting. Chat is excited about the exciting replay of the exciting game 1 of the most exciting finals in the history of Gwent. We see a brawler come down and then get immediately boosted to 4 to deny Bloodthirst 2, but that's not really the key issue here. Lucas is hovering at 3 coins. I'm not sure why that's the number they need. But we see Blood Eagle. Oh! Right, at this point, you don't even want the tier, because you'd have to, like, put down something else. And he just decides to go for Vabiorn into War of Clans. And he wants to just wipe the board, or almost nearly wipe the board. I'm not sure why. I guess it makes it more likely for Rain to hit the Scarabs. Right, but you're never playing... so, Watermat says 3 coins because I can only give 6. But you're never playing Acherontia before Azar. There's no reason. You have Azar, you have Candle. Like this, you play this, then you play this, then you play this. Like, that's the order. So, Junior comes down. Now that Blood Eagle's been used and both War of Clans, he basically knows. There's not going to be a tier. There's nothing in the graveyard for tier to even grab. That may be another reason. I'm not sure. So Gutting Slash takes out Junior. But that wasn't really important. Junior was just played to... Like, Lucas, just like last game, is going to try and get all the points at the very end. I think at this point, you just play Jacques on the melee row. That won't... Oh. Right, Jacques. I did say Jacques. I meant Azar. Wait, is Lucas just doing whatever I say? Because trust me, you don't want to do what I'm saying. Am I cheating? No. I have the streamer package from CDPR, which lets you see both cards. I just usually don't show my opponent's cards. Because I don't want to make you guys jealous. But yeah, all those games that I lose where I feel like I act like I'm surprised, I'm just trying to create content, man. But thanks for ruining it. He said right after ruining it. Madman Lugos actually kills Jacques because 4 Bloodthirst means 8 damage. So now Jacques gone. Candle's still on the board, 6 coins in hand, and we see Azar get played. It's very hard for warriors to answer like 2 Scarabs when they only have 2 cards in hand. Like, and everything like all the War of Clans and stuff have already been played. And like all these proactive units are still in the deck, right? So it's not like Burza could have done anything else during this time. This Champion's Charge is just going to kill a Scarab, most likely, and then Bran will play for some points. But Lucas should win this game now easily. There is one issue, though. And that is melee row is full.
Of course, friend.
So I don't know why Azar was played melee row now. Sorry, I had to go let my producer in. Hello, Dirk. So I think you just play Cleaver and don't click here. The semis are at 3, 5, and 5. Oh no. Oh, that. I guess he knows Champion's Charge can't do 10 damage. This game is over. Hit this, the tallest unit, or either one would have worked. So Clash will do 13 damage to this to get it to 10, but that's not enough. You have to get the boat to a tall enough power that all the sesames have been used up. That wasn't the most efficient sesame use. And this is never gonna proc again, really, unless he gets like what? What's the most coins you can get? Like, the street urchin is 3 coins, and this is 5. This is 4 coins. That's still not enough to trigger this. So this is not doing anything. So Clash played for, you know, 5 points, and then Champions charge for 7. Cleaver comes down, and then Novigrad, which was the top deck from Burzantija. So he only got like 2 cards from Burzantija, but that was enough. And this has made me really want to play Vice now. Wow. Okay, so Lucas wins game 1. Warriors lose from blue coin. Shocking stuff. And we'll see you guys in game 2. Because this was a replay of game 1. Alright. Cheers.
Enid and Glenna!
All right, welcome to game 2, really 3, of the finals of Mosh Weekly number 37. This time we have Burza on his Soveless Stove deck from Red Coin against Lucas's Precision Strike. This is not a rent-free deck. This is more like a double Zoltan's Company Garrison deck, I would say. But has a lot of similarities with the rent-free Precision Strike list we saw last season. It has 3 Zoltans, Scoundrel, Chive, and Warrior. But and no Geralt. But it does have 1 Tall Punish in the form of COC. And a decent amount of control between the Skirmishers, the Leader, and Zoltan Warrior. There's also 1 Epidemic. I wonder what the Epidemic is for specifically.
Friends of the family.
Only one will walk away from this.
Okay, so we see a very early care trolled by Burzantija. I think he wants to win round 1 on even. Probably because, like, this swarmy deck with Zoltan's Company, he won't really be able to answer it. You know, most of his cards are single target damage. He doesn't really have any wide punish aside from that 1 Gird. And Gird's not going to eliminate them, so I think the goal is to, like, disrupt the combos and have a short round 3 with just, like, Kier and Brand. We'll see. see Royal Decree get used. Did I see that right? Yeah, for a Dwarf Berserker. And Knickers also jumps out the deck. So this deck has Eudora, Knickers, Decree, and Garrison into Volunteers as it's thinning. A lot of tempo. And not much that, like, a lot of cards that can't really be answered. Or don't really reward getting answered. Sure, there's this Chariot. But aside from that. Yeah, here comes Garrison. It's like a 14 tempo play. And Leader is also used. Wow. Okay, I mean, Burza can't play now. Yeah, you're not getting 32 points in 2 cards as Warriors without giving up, like, your best cards. Even if you do, I don't even know if you can get there. So this Controlled is now looking... kind of wasted. Epidemic gets mulligan, Skirmishers in hand. Skirmisher gets mulligan. Why mulligan? Okay. So maybe... Like, why mulligan the 2-power one and keep the 1-power one? I'm not sure I follow. That must have been a misclick. I can't think of a good reason to keep... Like, I thought Value Bleed, but no, I mean, the other cards are all good cards. You don't... It might have just been, like, automatic. They saw 4P that mulliganed it. Not realizing they already have one in hand. So, Zoltan's Company is played from hand. Garrison is used because there is no Levandrel in hand. And this is 15 points of tempo. Vabjorn wasn't played round 1. And only 1 Warlord was played, so... He's gonna have to play Vabjorn into... Well, he can't. He's gonna have to play Blood Eagle into Highland Warlord? Oof, that's rough. One thing I don't understand is, when I play on ladder, I almost never see games go like this, where only 1 Highland Warlord is played in round 1. But when I play Warriors, it seems like every game is like this. Of course, I am objective and have 0 bias, and so what I'm saying is, has to be mathematically true. As any Spiro fans can attest, streamers are never wrong. So this control location order is gonna need to be used soon. The question is, what will it be used on? It would take 8 damage to remove this, and I don't think anyone's gonna try to do that. This COC can answer here. Unless, like, Burza leaders on top of it. But, just because there's no lock in this deck.
We'll follow you always into the fair.
Again, Controlled has not been clicked. He does end up hitting the Zoltan. Deny as much care as possible. Which is interesting. That kind of does waste points. And now Zoltan Warrior gets played for another huge bit of tempo. It's 4 plus 6 plus 4. So 14 points. There's no chariot or other way to give it armor, so it's just gonna... Not an engine anymore.
Blood for Svalbard!
Savagery gets played. Savagery is very good tempo. Skirmisher comes down. Skirmisher is actually kind of annoying to answer, right? Because most of the damage in this deck is going to overkill that. But this is really worth 4 points. So, like, if you use a Blood Eagle on a 4-point card, then, like, you don't... you're not really winning, because you're just like, it's trading even. Okay, so Blood Eagle is used, Highland Warlord is played, and now we see Mahakam Guard come down for 11 points, saying thanks for opening a spot for me. But, I mean, and Burza doesn't know this, but we can see that bricks COC for the foreseeable future. Question is, what does Burza do about this? Just plays a Twersack Invader?
Or need I kill you again?
Chat can answer you. I'm trying to focus on casting. So we see Scoundrel come down and go for 13 points. That's a lot of points. Burza is going to have to find a way to... I mean, so Champion's Charge with Leader will do a lot, but... Okay, so we see Fukusia go on the back row.
Sacrifices the men's one and all.
He's struggling to find value. He just takes out the resilience unit. Sure. And he still keeps one damaged unit.
Get the move on, lads. Look alive.
And that armor actually is going to keep the Scoundrel alive, which means that Burza can still do a Champion's Charge on this 12 power 4 provision bronze. This wasn't boosted by anything really, by the way. I mean, it came down as 11. I just want to point this out. Dwarves have some busted bronzes. Please, please don't buff cards like this anymore. We just play them in every Scoia'tael deck. It's not. We just put like Zoltan's Company, 3 Zoltans, and every deck would be like that package plus something else. The 3 Zoltans would just replace Renfrey as the things you see everywhere. If we keep buffing this stuff. The Zoltan's Company is already very good. And Philivandrel can play it with just 1 boost. The Call of the Forest does it. Speaking of which, why does this deck run Decree and not Call of the Forest? Does anybody know? I guess so you can use Decree to play Scoundrel? That doesn't seem like a good enough reason. Okay, so there's 2 Bloodthirsts right now. There'll be 4 Bloodthirsts next turn. Or oh, Leader was already used. Shit. Tear on Barclay would just do 1 damage to it, right? Okay, so he has to clash with one of these. With Care Trolled. So clash to 7 with this. Champion's Charge to 12. Oh no. Ah, okay, and he's gonna get resilience too. Nicely done by Burza. So Burza gets ahead by 1 point and has 9 carryover going to the next round. Meanwhile, Lucas has Philivandrel, Chariot, and Skirmisher, which is... This is actually a lot. It's all going to come down to... I mean, yeah. Lucas was always going to draw everything. Kind of came down to what we see here. I think...
It's a raid.
I think you keep... Gutting Slash?
Big Kukuruzino 35 just raided with 65 views.
Yo, welcome, Big Kukuruzino. Thank you so much for the raid. One of the one of the names that was dominant when I came back to play Gwent, actually. I think I was like watching a Masters qualifier or something with Viku Kurosina in it. And like it made me want to come back and play Gwent.
You're
So,
good.
thank you so much for the raid. We see Feral Bond get played and go into Drummond Queensguard just because it's 5 points. Chariot comes down melee row. Denies the savagery. Wow.
Sit at my table.
I guess he knew there's a savagery left, but like I mean, I guess it's just always a good idea to go melee row against warriors, because then it plays for 10. Unless of course a gutting slash, because gutting slash, yeah. Lucas has an epidemic, and that's possibly why that had something to do with Burza picking this, because it's a 5 provision card. So this epidemic is toast, and this creates a 0 provision card. So will we see Lucas play the Philivandrel or discard the epidemic?
Bloodyduck_Walker just followed.
Hey, thank you for the follow. We were watching the finals of the weekly community tournament that we run. This is technically game 3, but there was a draw. Okay, so we see... Oh no! He played Philivandrel on the range row! Oh, what a... That has... Thank you, thank you. Wow. It would have been 6 plus 10. So 7 more points. It wouldn't have been enough.
Не-не-не, ну по снежинку-то нахера там.
So 1-1.
Ну, Жарат на эксорсизе в любом случае.
See you guys in the final game, possibly. You knew he kept the epidemic? Nice. Lucas says, nice one, you are a tough rival. What wholesome display of sportsmanship.
13.
Update stream title. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Что он сделал? Вы поняли? Он восстановил Зельфкер.
So that was for the game we just watched.
Это он легенда Гвинта.
Haha. Rest in peace to your Tobies. Because nobody voted for Burza. Okay, so now we know it's going to be Precision Strike versus Stockpile. I don't see how Lucas wins this one. It's going to be Precision Strike from Red. That's something. In the last game, I think probably Lucas maybe overcommitted a bit in round 1 and then felt like he had to go all in round 2. And I mean, to be fair, like that looked like an insurmountable point lead. But Burza somehow got there.
Fight for it.
And here we go. So we have Stockpile from Blue in the final game versus Precision Strike from Red. Stockpile doesn't really mind Blue because, you know, TA can really help make your engine sticky. And if they use a tall punish on one of your engines, then, you know, your Henselt will live. Or if they use Heat Wave, then your scenario gets value. Although this deck doesn't have scenario. Or Flotsam, actually. So this is like a wholesome-ish Temerian spam. Instead of Flotsam, it just runs Vigo's Muzzle. And Ronvid the Incessant. It has 1 Redanian Secret Service, 2 siege supports for thinning, and Ronvid is actually very, very good with Temerian infantry if you manage to draw it early on. Okay, so Lucas immediately kills the first Caraballista, and he now has a skirmisher on the board, but that can be easily disabled with a reinforced ballista, which is what we see, along with the click on the siege support to finish it off, make sure it can be given armor, even though Lucas doesn't have a lot of ways to do that. Lucas ends up just discarding from hand Iris to boost everything in his deck. That was a play. And then Ronvid comes down for 6 points. Another thing I love about Ronvid is that it's a proactive card you can play if your opponent's being dodgy like this. And now we see Chariot go on the range row. Usually don't see that versus Siege. Because it's like, Chariot living is such a nuisance. And I guess that's because it could have just gotten muzzled. Yeah, okay, now I understand. Plays around the muzzle. Hey, Leon. So... Revenant comes out, gets boosted to 9, and immediately gets Epidemic. Epidemic getting huge value there. And Knickers comes out just to say, be careful or you will lose on even. I don't see Burza passing here anytime soon. Boiling Oil gets used on Knickers. Can't believe what I'm seeing. That Epidemic was like 14 or more points.
We're the best regiment in the whole plowing.
It lost them in the last game, but it wins this game. And we see the Marauders, like Lucas seems to like pairing these two together. He does still have a Sentinel in hand. Burza says, fine, you win on even. I'll just defend the bleed with my Temerians. And I think that's perfectly fine for Stockpile. Because ultimately, card advantage, I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter as much when you have a leader Henselt combo that plays for like 40 points, right? The card quality matters almost as much. Like, Stockpile can, especially against a deck like a Swarm deck like this, sometimes it doesn't matter how many cards you have. If you can't answer the siege engines, they'll just clean up your board, and then you won't have any payoff. You won't get any payoff from your payoff cards. Will this be Chariot? Yes, Chariot will go melee road this time. What? Okay, he just wants maximum swarmage. Will we see Radovid come down first? Oh, that maybe that's part of it also. Like Lucas wants to be able to answer Radovid with COC.
To the dungeon with him.
And Radovid pulls out the Ronvid. Will we see a COC on this Radovid? Personally, I think it's worth it. That last leader charge is 2, 4, 6, plus 8. Yeah, this Radovid's worth 14. Like, in an ideal world where there's 2 siege engines next to Hensel. Sometimes worth more, even. Like, if it means an extra... Yeah, it's more than 14. I think you should always kill the rat of it. Like, you might feel weird that your COC is playing for 6 points, but it's not really 6 points. You should do the math, and you'll see, like... Because it's 2 points per Temerian, right? And then if it gives you another... Like, on this, it's 2/3 of a point per liter use. Right? On this, it's like 2 points per liter use. On this, it's 1 point per liter use. So that 1 liter gives you 2 points from the volunteer, plus 2 points on Hensel, plus usually 2 points on the stuff that's next to that's surrounding Hensel. Okay. No AA, just Decree. So this deck runs Decree and AA. Very interesting. And Natalis, too. Because it has reinforcements. And Lucas basically used all his control round 1. But he does finally get the Wombo combo going. He plays the Zoltan's Company from hand along with Philibandrel that's been buffed. And then he clicks Garrison for a big fat 12 points and 12 armor. So this, if you're playing Stockpile and you look at this board, you're not, you know, you're not really excited about the rest of the round, especially when you're hoping to get more points from Revenants. So we see AA come down for a reinforced ballista. Okay, this will get COC'd, right? Yeah. You can't let him have that. And now Burzant actually only has 1 siege engine they can have with their Hensel. There again, we see the Ronvit, the beautiful Ronvit synergy that doesn't require that you have 1 power enemy units because you can just kill your own stuff. COC's been used. I don't see why you wouldn't just boost the Revenant here. Yeah. He was probably just double checking, make sure. All the answers are, there's Epidemic and there's COC, and both were used. So this Revenant will stand tall, and the next Temerian will also come down and play for 13 points. 13 for 6 is still too good. But again, Lucas chose not to answer the rat of it. Zoltan is played on the back row and doesn't get the extra Rowdy Dwarf. Zoltan gets muzzled, and it will now get purified, which means it's going to start pinging armor, mostly. But still, that can't feel good if you're Lucas. He's going to play his Resilience card first, rather than a Skirmisher, or Berserker, sorry. I feel like this is probably the card you play first, especially since you have Chariot. But, maybe he felt like that was too slow. Because maybe he wants to pass here. Nope. He wants to play... Okay, he just didn't want to fill up a space that Barclays could have used. That was a big Barclay. Again, there are 13 Rowdy Dwarves on this board. So that Barclay played for 17 points. That's a lot of points. And I think Burza now has to decide if he's going to Hensel here or not. But like, if you Henseled here, what do you have left? Like a Carabalist. Oh, he still has AA. I mean, I would definitely Henseled here, but... And try to, like, stay a card up. But looks like he's instead... The thing is, like...
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
Oh, reinforcements. Okay, never mind. Okay, but you have to play 3 leader charges. And there's nothing Lucas can do. Lucas has to pass. Hey, Beast Play. So Burza keeps card, keeps Hansel, and keeps 2 leader charges. That's pretty good. Like a 4-card round 3, where you're even on cards and you have Hansel, and you're not gonna brick Foltest Pride. He even has a soldier. I would just, I mean, he doesn't have Heatwave, but Heatwave is not gonna be much better in this situation anyway. I would just keep this hand. Honestly, Boiling Oil is better than Heatwave because it is a resupply card. I guess he was hoping for a siege support. He gets Heatwave. I mean, he just opened with siege support now. Opponent's gonna play Berserker. Knockendorf. He wants to play them all on the melee row, I think. Because of Scoundrel. Then again, Scoundrel... Wait. No, he wants to play them all Ranger. My bad. I forget, Scoundrel isn't like Triss. Scoundrel just gives you 2 choices. This is a best of 3, but the first game was a draw. So, this is the final deciding game. The winner of this game wins it. Wow. Oh no, Ronvid goes to the wrong row. I think Burza was hoping Ronvid would go to the... Wait. Yeah, to the range row. So he could click it. I don't know why the rush though. Like, sure, you lose 1 point on this, but you also like... It's not like you can click this now. So... Like, why not just play this, and then you're guaranteed to have through on one of the 2 rows. I guess because these have armor, and so he's playing... But Berserkers are gonna... Like, this armor is gonna go away eventually.
What do you want?
Boost the hand salt. Don't need to leader.
Dance! Dance! Dance with me, dear!
Lucas is kind of playing into Foltest Pride value though. I know he wants to Scoundrel value, but it's I guess he also has the Mahakam guard. Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in. Because you pretty much don't want to like give Foltest Pride something like this. And also awkward for Burzantija is that he's got 2 removal cards. So it's still the same for him. I think you just Boiling Oil the middle now. Yeah, that works too. But I would have Boiling Oil the middle and like this. I think that was less wasteful.
I can use a fight.
Yeah, 2 leader charges, like, this is pretty over. And the end of the finals comes not with a bang, but with a whimper. Most of the fireworks were in round 2, where we had 74 to 73, and Burzan was able to, with the play I didn't even think about, Natalis into reinforcements on the Temerian. So instead of playing Flotsam, he placed just a reinforcement, and he was able to pull off, after sacrificing 3 leader charges, pull off a win because Lucas was board clogged. And since I lost to Burza, and Burza won the finals, I am officially second place, obviously. Well played. What a pleasure. And Burzantija, if you guys don't know, is a former champion of the Mosh Weeklies. One of the first ones, I think, first few. I remember Burza winning. We're all like, wait, is this the Burza? No, it's Burzantija. I just shortened their name for the top of the screen. They win 2-1. So congratulations, and I hope those of you on YouTube enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more tournament games like this. Cheers. Please like and subscribe.